Hello everybody, Edgar Eddie Fernandez, your safety coach 4.0, helping safety professionals to adapt to the industry 4.0 or the fourth industrial revolution. Well, today we continue talking about innovation. Um, in innovation, there are 8 pillars that we need to take in consideration to have an innovation culture in your company. Like I said on my past video, we are doing the things backwards. So we bring uh, programs and systems to achieve certain results. For example, safety management programs for to achieve zero incidents and have a manageable safety program. And quality, you have the ISOs the same. But let me give you an example. In the pharmaceutical industry, we have audits, and you export from the export to the United States, you are subject to get an audit from the FDA for the Food and Drug Administration. The Food and Drug Administration, when they identify something that is a major deficiency, they provide or they submit a form 483 that is a non-conformance form, a major non-conformance form. And actually, they published all these non-conformance month by month. And I was doing a quick count, and in 2017, only on the month of November, they found or they issued 150 483 forms and non-major non-conformance deficiencies to the companies. Companies, there are many of them. However, the 90% of these non-conformances are the lack of identification of the of risk and the um, the lack of identification of preventive actions as well. So you can bring management systems or incident investigation systems to achieve that goal. However, this number is pretty much the same, plus minus, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 major non-conformances, sorry, in per month. So what that means is we try to put we buy the medication without any doctor's consultation. So we don't know if the medication is the right one to for the symptoms that we have. That's the summarizing what I said on the past video. And it's the same for everything. So innovation actually is it's the basics to implement all those systems after. So actually, the first um, essential, the first fundament of innovation is aspire. What is aspire? It's very simple. Do you have targets and strategies to promote innovation? Not only I would say this, on the fourth industrial revolution, there is a technological revolution, but also it's an ideas revolution. This technological revolution, this technological disruption is forcing people to have ideas to in businesses, for example, to survive in the market. For people who have new businesses, the same, to survive in the market, to impact with their new product. It's not different from safety. Because now safety, we don't need to see it in the way that, oh, we're gonna bring a safety management system and we say that we have it, and with this we're gonna reduce incidents. That's the way that it is not working or hasn't worked since many years ago. So what is the goals as the company that you have for innovation? And that goes for innovation where you gonna include safety. Where is safety on the innovation part? So it needs to be integrated on the major strategy and major goals that you have, not with a separated discipline that now is bringing a lot of or has brought a lot of I would say you are it's like you have managed two companies in the two different companies in the same one. Pretty much is that analogy. So now you need to include both of them, and needs to be part of the another one. I mean, needs to interact each other. So having an innovation strategy and include safety there is it's the way to win. I'm pretty positive on that. The second pillar is risk balance portfolio. That's from the business side, from the finance market, from the safety side. And actually, this thing with the safety professionals, they want to become important, or more important, I would say. It's not only doing GSAs. Now you need to learn how to do process hazard analysis and hazard and risk assessments and collect that data to keep to provide information to the innovation team, to the innovation strategy, to tell them what type of resources do you need. In other words, with the risks, when the hazard and risk analysis, the thing that you're gonna do as a safety professional is to provide data to the management team that's gonna help them to make a very well informed decision to allocate resources and to start projects that they're gonna innovate. They're gonna innovate processes, but at the same time they're gonna make workstations and processes safer than ever before. That's the thing that I want to come to try to say. So hazard and risk analysis, they're gonna become more and more important. It's imperative that as a safety professional you start learning HACCPs. What is a HACCP? You start learning this what if and HACCP, LOPAS, for example, and what this type of process hazard analysis to methodologies they are, what the type of information they provide. They need to learn that, and with that, you're gonna provide information that they can make those decisions as well. That's when you that safety is included, and how, and it's when the managers or directors they're gonna start looking at safety as a tool, and obviously using those methodologies the same for quality or for the other areas to have a better information, a better data to make decisions. The number three is discover. As a safety um, professional, now you're gonna be in an innovation team or agile team, an agile organization. You need to make value propositions. In other words, if you want to make a certain workstation or a certain activity as safer and then reduce incidents, you need to have value proposition. So in other words, how much is gonna cost, how much is gonna impact the production, and what type of proposal you're gonna bring up to increase production, for example, not only for safety, only to increase production or improve the time of maintenance, etc. Some examples that I can give you. So that is a value proposition. Therefore, it's really important now that that you need to be part of an innovation team. You need to learn how to innovate. You need to learn how to be part of the agile team. What is an agile organization? What is the pillars of the agile philosophy, etc. All those type of things. Um, so, for example, you want to make a workstation not safer, better, more productive, efficient, effective in maintenance and production. Now, when you have those type of projects, you don't need, not only you wanna see that project from the safety standpoint of view, you wanna see from the safety standpoint, from the point of production point of view, maintenance, etc. There is a value proposition that you need to start making it, because there you're gonna include all the safety parts are gonna be included in those aspects as well. Involve. So evolve, sorry, or no, it's not involve. Sorry, involve. So involve is another pillar. So this is a question that I have always asked myself. We have a lot of standards, regulations, international standards as well. But really, we have created the safety program that fits our organization and culture. That's the question. Or let me rephrase the question. We have the right culture the innovation culture or the agile culture to create to that fits for our goals and objectives to supply the market. When we have our when we develop our own culture, obviously safety come into a position as well. Now here in this pillar, we see it in the normally we see it in the other way. It's okay, we win the programs, but we don't have the culture. And it's, and I think, in my personal opinion, saying safety culture is not the right thing to say. It's for an, if we see the entire organization is we have the right culture that is gonna promote innovation, is gonna make the your workplaces safer, is gonna be your work your products with a better quality. That's the right questions that we need to ask, not in the other way. And for the for industrial revolution, is the question that they're gonna be asked all the time. So they develop programs or or modify a little bit management systems that fit your organization and that can bring positive results for you. Because at the end we have the standards, right? The ISO standards, but we need to adapt those standards to our culture. So some things are gonna work, some other not. Some you maybe you wanna have a better ideas how to do things. Absolutely, that is no problem. But it's something that this pillar is very important. Number accelerate. So now, how are you gonna accelerate that? Well, I understand that not all the companies, they have the resources, the financial resources to adapt to the digital transformation or to go to digital. However, this innovation culture is going to give you one tool that you can use and you need to start implementing. Is the perpetual evolution strategy. And perpetual evolution strategies are based on ideas, teams, trust, people. That's the companies needs to start doing. And after that, you need to start measuring the effectiveness of those process of those projects or those strategies as well. So you need to have matrix, transformational matrix. Now they call it that way. So you have your matrix, your KPIs, but also you need to put transformational matrix. I mean, what metrics are going to help you to transform your company? What metrics are going to help you to measure people? What metrics you're gonna use to measure trust, for example? That's very important. Trust. So there are metrics that you need to start developing for that. A scale, very simple. At right pace. Don't get desesperated. Uh, so at right pace and planning every year, you're gonna get to the final goal, that is to achieve or to get or to implement an innovation culture. Extend. So now with the, like I said, on the step number, on the pillar number two, the choose is now with the hazard and risk assessments and having a culture of innovation and analyze, and obviously that is going to promote the data analysis. You're going to have a lot of information now to capitalize those projects. So in other words, you're going to be able to prioritize which ones they're going to go first and after. And mobilize. This is another one that is very critical. So it's any of your people are motivated, they trust, they are reward or going to innovate. That's a transformational matrix that you need to start developing. After companies do that, these implement these 7 pillars, is when you're gonna start seeing the results in safety. Obviously, your safety initiatives are gonna fit your company because now you're adjusting those ones to your culture, to your ideas, and obviously you are comparing those ones to the regulations as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we cannot tweak regulations. The regulation is a regulation, and there is a reason why it's there. But the thing that we can do is how we want to achieve that. How we want to achieve to comply with that regulation. To, for example, not have faults, and not have people being struck by a forklift, or the people not locked and not isolating hazardous energies, people not wearing respirators or not having an industrial hygiene program. All that is gonna help you to implement all these type of aspects of safety. Hopefully, these seven pillars keep keep you a general idea of how innovation is based on. And I think in a positive that in the future this is going to help safety and safety professionals to have a better safety management systems to reduce incidents. But we need to start from the bottom, defining what type of organizations we want. And actually, you see, so now some of these new organizations they define what type of organization they want. They visualize themselves, and also they define what type of people they want. Remember, it's not the ideal talent; it's the right talent. So that's now agile organizations are performing. Thank you very much, everybody, to listen this video. See you next time. Your coach, Eddie Fernandez, your safety coach 4.0, helping safety professionals to adapt to the industry 4.0 or the fourth industrial revolution. Have an excellent day. Bye.